Hey guys, it's Annie here. So I'm being kind of informal today. I took off my glasses. I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm just in my pajamas. It's a little bit later than it usually is when I record videos, but I just wanted to have some fun and do a book tag that I saw recently. It was created by Tashapolis or Natasha, and it is the Fictional Wedding Book Tag. I will leave the link to her video in the description box down below, and let's get on with the book tag. So, the idea behind the fictional wedding book tag is you pick 8 fictional characters that you would want to be your bridesmaids at your wedding, and so you pick 6 just characters to be bridesmaids, and then you pick 2 to be your maids of honor. So, with that being said, I'll show you my first one. So, the first bridesmaid I picked was Lexa Dell from the Middle School Magic Trilogy by Braden Bell. I picked her because I just really like her personality. She's a lot like me. She's theatrical. She can be a bit dramatic at times, and I feel like if there were like drama going down at the wedding, I could be like able to vent to her or something. And I just think she's good at listening. She's very empathetic, and I think she would just be there and help me like keep my stress levels down. So that's why I picked her. So the next bridesmaid that I picked was Citra Terranova from Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I picked her because I really just liked her as a character throughout the book. I liked the way that she made decisions throughout the series, and I'm reading the second book right now, which is why I said series. I just like the way that she makes decisions and thinks things through, and I think she would make smart and reasonable decisions in the process of planning the wedding and having the wedding, so I think she would be a good bridesmaid. So the third bridesmaid I picked was Maddie from Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon, and I picked her because I think that she's very creative, and if I needed help making a creative decision, or if I just needed some like fresh new ideas for like refreshments for the wedding or a color scheme for the wedding, Maddie would be the one that I go to. So yeah. So next I picked Annabeth from the Percy Jackson series, and I chose her because I think that she is like a smart character, and she would be kind of like a voice of reason with like the stress of the wedding. If it were getting to me or something, she would be like a voice of reason to like keep things in order and keep things organized and make sure that everything kind of comes into place and comes together well. Yeah, that's why I chose her. Next, I picked Peony from Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I really like Peony. When she showed up in like the first few chapters of the book, I was like, oh, Peony is awesome. She's really sweet and she's nice, and she is like a romantic, and I feel like throughout the wedding she would just be like, oh, you're so cute, and like keep things encouraging and be like, hey, you guys are so cute together, and hey, keep going, you can do this. So that's why I would pick Peony to be a bridesmaid. So next I picked Nine from the remake series by Alima Todd. I really wish that I had the first book to hold up for you, but I have no idea where my first book is. So this is the second book, Resist. And I picked Nine just because she goes through a lot of development throughout the book, and just who she ends up with, like, being in the end. She just ends up being this really strong character who is still, like, really sweet and empathetic, and I think those are all qualities that I would want in a bridesmaid, so that's why I picked Nine. So now we're into the Maids of Honor section. In my first Maid of Honor, I picked Yaz from Hungry by H.A. Swain. I picked Yaz because she's a very stylish character, and she also just brings out some surprises that you don't expect from her, and I think having a stylish and surprising character would be fun to do if, like, as a bridesmaid, when you're, like, picking out a dress, or, like, picking out, again, wedding colors, or decorations, or, like, an overall theme or something. I think Yaz would be a good person to go to for style choices, and I also just like her as a character. Like I said, she does some things that were, like, very unexpected, but in a very positive way. And for my final Maid of Honor, I picked Mizzy from the Reckoners trilogy. Again, I'm holding up the second book because she doesn't show up in the series until the second book. But reading it throughout the whole time, I was just like, hey, that's something I would do. that sounds like me. That sounds like me. And I feel like with like pressure of a wedding or something, I could talk to her and she'd listen to me. And I think we're just both very similar and we'd have like similar ideas and thoughts and opinions. And that is why I chose Mizzy. So there you have it. Those are my 8 fictional bridesmaids. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a big thumbs up and possibly subscribing to my channel, because I know this channel is kind of smaller right now. I'm hoping that now that I've decided to do with it, that it'll grow. Also, if you want to, leave a comment down below. I know this video wasn't like very well edited or anything. I'm still working on finding an editing software, but if you just hold out, I will find one eventually. I'm just in the process of looking and finding one that doesn't cost a fortune, but is easy to use and all of that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.